This presentation is going to go over library guides and finding sources via databases. So, first, we're going to talk about research databases themselves. So, research databases streamline the research process, enabling more targeted queries and access to reliable sources, which enhances the quality and credibility of academic work. So there's a few databases. These are just a few. There are a large range of databases that you can go from. So they provide extensive archives of scholarly articles across various disciplines, facilitating comprehensive research and discovery. So Google Scholar is a good one. It's my favorite one. It provides broad research and includes gray literature. So things that you might not normally find in specific databases. You have things like the APA, which is Psychology and Behavioral Sciences, JSTOR, which is peer reviewed journals and historical archives, PubMed, which is medical and life sciences, and many, many more. These are just a few. So, research databases offer diverse sources, including peer reviewed journals, conference papers, theses, and more. So, it caters to the varied needs of researchers and students alike. So, there are going to be a few key search terms and techniques that you can use when looking for your papers. Boolean operators, what are they? They are fundamental search tools that connect keywords in a query. So, for example, you have the words and, or, and not. So, if the word and narrows a search by including both terms. So, for example, if I want a paper that is about video games and social interaction, then I'm going to use the word and because I want both of those ideas in my paper. The word or expands search by including either term. So you'll get more papers back depending on what word is being used because you're not limiting the search engine to specific words. So if you want to look at nostalgia or memory, this will spit back sources that have either nostalgia or memory in the titles, but not necessarily both. And then the word not excludes a term. So if I'm looking at, for example, video games and mental health, not addiction. So I don't want to look at sources that talk about addiction. I just want to look at sources that talk about other mental health items. So that will omit any sources that talk about addiction. And then you have wildcards in searches. So these symbols enhance search flexibility by representing unknown characters. So this is a little bit more uncommon, but also extremely helpful. So an asterisk, it finds multiple word endings. So for instance, you don't have to do the ol in this word, but you can put in psych and an asterisk, and that will it'll give you sources back with the words psychology, psychologist, and it'll spit back all of those different words, psychological. It'll put back all those different sources with all those words in it, and you're not limited to just psychology. Um, a question mark, it replaces a character when in a word. So, for instance, woman, it will search if you put a question mark in the A, it'll search for woman or women. Those are helpful ways if these are like shortcuts of sort. They're like shorthand for research. So using quotation marks to search for exact phrases or full terms in databases. So these enclose phrases in quotes, resulting the results will focus solely on that specific sequence, making it easier to find relevant documents. So, for example, in the quotations, emotional self efficacy. So, this will ensure the phrase is searched exactly as it is typed. So, without the quotes, the database may return results with words scattered throughout the different sections. But if you put quotations around the phrase that you're looking at, it will give you sources only with that phrase as it is typed. Um, so if you're wanting to find a source on um, video games and mental health, so you put quotations around those, and it'll give you a source that says video games and mental health, and that is it. It may have a tagline, but that is essentially what it is that you are looking for. So we want to look at two different things when picking out sources. So you have subject headings and keywords. So subject headings, like right up here, stress and emotional regulation, the dynamic fit model. Um, these are assigned to articles that categorize the content. So then you have the keywords down here, um, which are specific terms used by researchers. So, subject headings ensure focus and relevant results. Understanding each helps in refining research strategies effectively. So, these are when you have the heading. So this gives an idea of what the source is going to be about. The keywords are going to be themes throughout the entire paper. So you can search up, if you searched, let's see, automatic emotional regulation in Google Scholar, then this paper is likely to come up because it has that as one of its keywords. So you can look up things by keywords, you can look up by phrases that you want to search. Um, it's it's evolved a lot, and it's very helpful when needing to find research sources. So we're going to look at some examples. So searching with those operators that I told you about. So you can go to Google Scholar here. Make that bigger. So typing in, like we have been talking about, video games and mental health. This search will spit back a number of sources, so you can see 1,520,000 sources. So these are just a few of them. And then you can, on the side here, it's direct links to the articles. So if you click on one of those, that is the article that will pop up. And again, you see the title and the keywords. Time, so you can filter by time and date, and see exactly what it is that you are looking for. So now we have specific databases. So let's look at the APA database. So this one will spit back its website. So you want to filter through the website. So you click on their publications, all publications and databases, and it'll give you a lot of good information. At the very bottom, you can browse by different types of publications, books, databases, by subject, like children, depression, intelligence, parenting, and then it gives you a lot more resources at the bottom. So for now, let's look at their databases. It'll bring you back to here. And then you want to search in their database search bar, video games and mental health. And again, it'll spit back, after searching for a little bit, it'll spit back all the results that you can think of. You can get access via PDF from all of these. And again, you can search, like I want you to search for peer reviewed articles. You can filter for that. You can also filter by year, all of the different years that are available. You can search by affiliation, like University of California, um, uh, Lexingburg, Pittsburgh. You can look at the different methodologies, classifications. You can search and filter based on your needs for your research project. So, libraries like the UCC library offers diverse resources, including books, journals, digital archives, and databases like JSTOR and Google Scholar. These are significant for academic research. And then these resources provide access to credible and peer reviewed materials, crucial for in depth study. So let's look at UCC's database specifically. So you're going to want to start on Canvas at your dashboard, go over to resources, and then you want to look at the library. So right here you have a search bar for the database. So again, we'll search video games and mental health, and it will spit back these resources after loading for a little bit. So these are the sources that are available to you. If you have issues accessing a source, I would email the librarians. Again, it gives you the option to filter by peer review, and you want the full text. So it'll give you access options to get all of those. Excuse me. And then you can sort by relevance, so newest to oldest. You can save your search, and then you can also search by source type, so journals, magazines, reviews, reports. There's more that's there. Again, you can look by time, the past 12 months, 5 years, 10 years. Variety of things that you can do with your student access to UCC's database. So, effective research in libraries includes utilizing the librarians for assistance, attending if there's any orientation sessions available on the tools. Um, I'm not sure if UCC has an interlibrary loan system, but it's good to utilize that if you need to have a source that's not available at UCC. So, stay organized with your citation management. And maintain your ideas in a cohesive manner so that it's easier for you to go back and search the sources that will benefit you and your research project.